but the dollars won't fix.
Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show.
I drive around the farm, mate.
Who's going to win the election next week?
Who gives a
We're here at our office, the world famous Bondi Beach. Now, while Bondi is no doubt beautiful, if you spend too much time here, you do run the risk of going a little bit soft. So we've decided to hit the push in Jeff's trusty troopy in an attempt to toughen ourselves up.
Yeah, on our journey, we're going to be taking you to some of the most beautiful and remote camping destinations that Australia has to offer. This weekend, we're going to swing her on down to Bendethra, about 400 k's southwest of Sydney. Now, I've been doing this four-wheel driving business for a little while now, so I sort of know what I'm doing.
Jump on the side of my car.
Holy sh! Joel here, on the other hand, absolutely no idea what he's doing, and quite frankly, I don't think he knows what he's getting himself into. This is all the gear and somewhat of an idea, people. This is Fish Outta Water. Let's go 4WDing. About 5.5 hours south of Sydney, located in the Jethro National Park, is the beautiful Bendethera Valley. We're talking vast green camping grounds, breathtaking mountain backdrops, refreshing waterholes and ancient limestone caves. You're going to love it. Our first stop on the road was a sleepy coastal town of Milton. We originally stopped for supplies, but seeing as at the time of filming the Australian federal election was just weeks away, Joel thought the pit stop was also a good opportunity to chat to some of the locals and get their tips on who would win.
Sir, what's your thought on the state of Australian politics? G'day, mate. Who's going to win the election next week?
Hopefully Labor or anybody but the Liberals. Fuck.
Will it be the ALP or the LPM or AP?
Say that again.
I reckon the Pirate Party.
Why?
Because Bill Shorten's a goose.
Not going to draw little willies all over the election paper, are you?
No, I won't. Him, I can't.
Who's going to win the election next week?
Who gives a
Okay.
It was apparent that we'd overstayed our welcome in Milton, so we set off for our next destination. We decided to spend the night at Dry Creeks on the outskirts of the Jethro National Park and make for Bendethra the next morning. But to get to the Dry Creeks, we had to take some unfamiliar off-road tracks.
So we've just pulled over the side of the highway to check the HEMA before we leave the blacktop. The HEMA is the 4WDers gospel. Like any 4WDer with a head on their shoulders wouldn't leave their house without this device, just like Easy E wouldn't leave the house without his GAT. So what I'm doing here is just checking out where the fire roads that are going to get us to Dry Creek camping area in Jethro National Park. And it looks like on here we're going to take the Gulabari Fire Road, and it's going to link us up right to Dry Creek Fire Trail, and we're going to get there with confidence and ease, and we're going to cook a nice meal and really fill out those guts for a big couple days on the tracks. And you know, so what are we waiting for? Let's go 4WDing, man.
So we've been into Mogo. We didn't get a map, but what we did get is our bearings, and we're well on our way to Dry Creeks now, just up there in that mountain range behind us. But we've pulled over because you wouldn't believe it, we've actually run into some Eastern Suburbs locals down here. The reason I know these guys are Eastern Suburbs locals is because they're vegans, and it was really good to come over, say hello to the fellas before we leave civilization for a few days. So cheers guys, we'll see you in 4 days.
I don't know, I just think that looks fun. Let's go over there.
Despite his confident demeanour, it was becoming more and more evident that Jeff was lost.
Oh, you are kidding me.
go through that?
Nah.
Didn't take us too long to realise the road we were travelling along wasn't commonly used. There were saplings going down the centre of the track, and they were getting bigger the further we went. For a while the troopy managed to punch through, but after 15 minutes we were forced to stop.
So we took a track on the Hema that looked like a little bit of a gamble. Once we started the track, it looked like it hadn't been driven in, 10 or so years. So as we started driving, we were pushing out trees and driving over trees, scratched half the paint off the troop, and we just wanted to keep persevering. We spent a lot of time getting to the point where we've gotten to now, and we are met with
The clouds are starting to roll over now as well.
It's looking real grim.
We're running out of daylight. Chances of us getting to dry creeks.
Even some chances of survival at this point, they're not looking good.
We did see some wild boar on the way in here as well. So
Dangerous creature at the best of times.
might be time to jump back in the troopy, and I think we're gonna spin it round.
We are going to spin it around. We're going to spin it right round on 4 wheels and head the engine that way. We had no choice. We had to turn back. But when I went to try and spin the troop around, I noticed something in my rearview mirror. Hey, there's someone there. I didn't know.
Look dumb, are you?
No, I don't honestly didn't know. Yeah.
You saw the farm.
Yeah,
we
but
saw the
like,
farm.
You don't drive around the farm, mate.
Yeah, sorry, mate. I just didn't. We didn't know.
Yeah, well, get out of here now.
Yeah, we'll get out. Sorry, bud.
So apparently we'd been driving around on someone's farm for the past hour. At the time we were completely unawares. But we have to admit, in hindsight, there were some signs.
So we got to the end of that track there where we had to turn around. As I went to reverse, there was a 79 Series Ute behind me with a friendly looking bloke behind the driving wheel, and went out to have a quick yarn with him, and he just wasn't.
The altercation with the burly farmer had left Jeff a little bit rattled.
It's just not going good for us today. All I want is to get to Dry River Campground. We're being hunted by Kevin the Boar Hunter. We're on his property. We didn't know. I just want to cook our booster chicken. Right, look, we finally made it to Dry Creek Campground. There was a bit on there. Like, we seriously went through a bit. It was a bit of a journey. We didn't know if we were going to make it at some points. It was looking gloomy, both in the stars and the sky and in human contact, but we're here.
Yeah, look, to be honest, I'm actually surprised we're here with our faces intact. But we got to move on because it's getting dark. We got to find some firewood because it is bloody cold.
Freezing.
And it's very wet and damp.
Moist.
And look, what doesn't kill you?
That's it. Look, I don't even need my face for the bush, so I'm happy to risk it to end up in places like this.
They can't see anything.
That's it.
Beautiful.
We're gonna get moving and chop up some wood. You're kidding me. Yeah, with Jeff and John. It's one place you wouldn't want to run into a 120 kilo dairy farmer. Let's carry on.